So welcome to the sixth part of the video series. What is dev app package, dev or app package, and how to create or host it. So until the fifth part, we have already learned how to make the app or dev package and how to host it, right? We have clear how to do all the process. So what is the purpose of this video? In this video, we are going to learn how can we automate all the process using in bash script, or you can use Python also if you are interested in that. So this is not going to be covered in only one video, so this maybe we take two, three, or maybe four videos also. That depends upon the code that we are going to do or explanation. Okay, so in this part, just we are going to discuss and start our the code. Okay, so just we are going to discuss what are the things that we should do at the start. Suppose we have some projects in our current directory, like we have a box here. Let me use this. Suppose we have a box here. Okay, and what this box is showing, this box is showing actually current directory, like we are in current directory, like we do ls command, then we see so many things. Suppose we are in a directory where all our projects are there, and projects like we have made a calculator, right? And suppose I have another program, like if I make a program like tgbot telegram, sorry, tgbot, right? For examples, I'm just creating two projects. One is already created, this I will create. Okay, now our repository is also there, bhutuu, sorry, tuu and yt dot repo, this is also there, right? Okay, now we have one more thing, that is all dev files, all all dev files, you can see. So we have this much things in our current directory, right? If you see here, we have this much all dev files, bhutu.repo, and calculator. Just ignore this for now. Ignore this for now. Okay. So we have these all things. Okay. Here I'm going to create one more project, that is a tcbot. Okay. So we will look it further. And now what we have to do is we have to check in a by the script, we have to check which is actually our project and which is not. Like these two are only our project, this is not our project, this is not our project. We have to check which all are our project folders. Like we have more than 10 or 20 folders here, and inside that we have already 8 or 6, you can say, folders which are actually the project, and using that we want to create dev files and actually host them inside the repository. Okay, so how we will recognize that these two folders are only our project folder, and these two are things that we are going to use in the process, like we are going to store all the dev files that are created by our project inside this, right? And finally the repository dist file will be stored in this. Okay, so these two are just auxiliary, main are this one. Okay, so how we will recognize that these are main files? What we can do, what we can do to recognize that, just thing is that, so what we can do is we can check, is there any debian file inside this. Like we will do a for loop, we will make a for loop, and using that for loop we will check all the folders inside the current directory, that it has a debian folder or not. If it has a Debian folder, like you can see, we have a project here, live server, and you can see here Debian is there. Like similarly, here we have Cloudflare inside. It has a Debian folder, but in all dev files and yt.repo, it doesn't have any Debian folder. So the presence of this Debian folder inside a folder, we can declare that that folder is actually our project folder. Okay, not the and not any auxiliary folder. So we can recognize them as project folder using this Debian folder inside them. So how we can check that? How we can check that this is there or not? We will do tree. You can do tree also, or you can do ls also using tree, and then calculator. What you will see, all the folders and files inside that in a tree manner. Like here if I do here tree calculator, you can see we have this Debian here. Okay, so we can get it separately by using grep. You can use grep using this pipe symbol, and then grep what you want to check here. I want to check Debian. So is there a word like Debian? Yeah, Debian is here. So this is actually this part. Actually, what are the things that we are going to search here? If we type here, so it takes the whole line. Like if I search this one, then it will take whole line. Okay, so I have searched for Debian, so it also printed this also, right? So we can just remove this, but this is fine. No matter, just we are going to check if Debian is there or not. So yeah, Debian is here, it's found. But if I do tree, if I do tree all dev files, and then here if I do grab Debian, then you can see there is no any Debian folder or file inside that. So we can say that all dev files is not our project file, project folder, but the calculator is. But calculator is actually a project folder. So you can use ls also. If I do ls calculator, and then if I do uh, grep Debian, this is better actually. If I do Debian, this will only return this Debian only, right? Okay. But this is more efficient to use tree, as we can look all the things inside that at once. But using ls, we actually can't. We can just see one step inside that. Like if you do ls calculator, then you can see just one step like Debian and data. So you can use this also or this also, depending upon the approach that you're going to use in your script. So the first step that we are going to do in our script is to check that the folder inside this current folder is a project folder or not. Like we are going to separate them, right? So let's do it. Let me make an another session. Now it's connected to my terminals. Now, let me go into the deb packages again. So I have two sessions, and both the session I have opened the same thing. Okay. So here we are going to create an file. So let me use both vi. Then I will name is build.sh. Okay. So first thing that we do is, of course, this cbank line, USR, then, and I'm going to use environment env, and then here bash. So we are making this in bash. Okay. So what we can do, we can use get opts. We can use get opts to what we can get opts for argument parsing arguments. So how many arguments we actually need to pass? Yeah, we can take the reference of this build.sh that I have already made. You can see here, path to your repo file, like one, and then code name, two, then branch, and then distro. So how many arguments we need to get? One, two, three, four. And here example is also there. So we have to take four arguments. Okay. So let's do here while read, or you can say while get opts, and we are going to specify, suppose for input, like what we have done here, like here, part to your repo file, that is output. Actually, this is the output. Okay, so we are not taking any input, we are just making output. then code name, branch, and distro. So we will use this only, CBD for distro, branch, and then code name. Okay. So here I will do output, that is O, then I will use C, and then I will use B, and then CB, and then D. CB and then D as the letters that are used here. You can see CB, D, the first letter I'm using here. Okay, and O for the output, part to the output. Like we are going to make more efficient build.sh file than I have made this many days ago, or you can say many months ago. Okay, and we will just provide an variable of while get opts. We can do case case args in. The first I'm going to make is O. Like if it is O, then what it will do, it will specify output equal to opt opt arg. Okay, and then for the C, the code name. Right? You can see here we have code name. So we will do code name. So all the variables that are used in our program, we will make in capital letters. So it will be more efficient to use opt arg, and then for the main variables, I'm saying not for the all variables, the main variables that can be used in entire program, not for a function only. So here B for branch, and branch that is also optags. Okay. Now for D, that is distro. Distro means like you are making it for Termux or for Kali Linux or for elementary OS or for PWN or PWN term. Like here I have given an example. Okay, like we have the code name BHUTUU, right? And the output file is bhutubyte.repo. And then this one is main only. I have already shown you. And this is termux we are currently using. So if you provide here termux, then it will give you termux only. If you will leave it blank, don't leave it. Okay, that because it will it will actually re rename this termux to blank. Like if you will provide here blank, then it will rename it to blank. So that is most important. You don't have to remove. It means you don't have to leave it blank. But you can set your own things. If it is blank, then you have to keep terms. You can keep it. Distro. Okay. Distro. We have opta. Then ESAC. ESAC. Fine. So this is done. The first line. Now we can check if it is working or not. Print um, output, and then let me, oh sorry, I'm using Python here. Printf, we can do output, and then here I will put comma, then code name, and then again I will put here comma, and then I will print here branch, and then here I will put comma. Just this is for the testing purpose, like it's parsing the arguments or not. Okay, distro. Okay, and then here \n for going in the next line. Okay, let's test control Q ls. We can see here build.sh is there. Let's do bash build.sh. If I do unexpected end of this file, Right. So let's do one thing. Vi build.sh. What we will do is case args in case args in. That seems fine. Okay. Here let's do set minus x for checking what are the mistakes we are doing. Okay, let me check. So we actually did a mistake. We actually did a mistake. That is, if you see here, we actually don't have closed this while. So here we have to do done, like while condition, then do, and then we have to close it by done only, right? So we didn't did this. That's why it's happening. Let's save it, and then if I run, then nothing is printed. You can see. Let me do one more thing. Let me comment this debugging line. This is used for debugging. Okay. So now it's printing nothing, just comma, because these variables are not set. So what I'm going to do is, uh, one more thing that you have to do. You have to provide a colon here also, as we have already discussed videos. Okay. So what we can do is bash build.sh, and for output I'm printing go to byte.repo. Fine. And then for code name, minus c. Also just remove this minus c. For the code name I'm giving here go to yt. Okay. Now for the branch I'm giving main, and then for distro I'm giving here termux. So you can see all the variables are got set. Okay, and it's printing here. So we can use that variables in our program further. Okay, just remove this print line. Just remove this print line. We can use this. We can use these variables in our program. Okay, so in this video, we are just finishing here only. In the next video, we will go further processes. We will go for the further processes, like we will check if our project is a project file or not. Actually, it is project file or not. Like it is not in dev all folder, or it is not our bhutu.repo folder. Like it must have a Debian folder. By that only we can recognize that it is a project folder, not any auxiliary folder that we are going to use in our program. Okay. So in the next video, we will cover the next part of our code. Okay. If you don't know about this Git OPTs, in the last video of our Bash series, maybe I have added many videos after that also. But now, the current date, you can see here 8/15/2020, 2023. The last video is actually the same Git OPTs only in the Bash series. So you can watch that video. Okay, you can watch that video to understand what is get OPTS. And if you find that the last video is not this one, means you are watching this video very late. So you can find that video in that. You can actually see the uh, banner of the video. In the banner only I have mentioned it is get OPTS video. So go check out this video and learn this how it works. So in the next video we will cover the next part of the coding. Okay. So that's it for today. Thank you.